This is number 3 in the series of how I put my pages together. And if you've been good little Vegemites, you will have seen the other videos and you'll have several pieces of coloured paper from striping the paint down the page. And today I'm going to show how we use that. So, quick note, my oven door blew up. Didn't hurt myself at the time, but foolishly I was cleaning the cupboard and just cut my hand open. And I'm left-handed, which is really annoying. But fortunately, I cut with my right hand, scissors-wise. So we can do this today. So what we're going to do is I'll show you. So on this piece of paper, I striped the colour down. I've cut out some little clouds and pasted them on, and I've cut out these little bits, I think from some of the striped paper that I had, and I've done a bit of printing, which is also on the other video. But what I'm going to show you is how you start to put the collage of your painted pieces together. So I'm quite into organic-y kind of shapes, so I'm just going to show you quickly something that you can put together. So while I'm cutting this, I'll talk about left-handed people. Apparently, because I'm left-handed, I heard some stuff about some little bits of information about left-handed people. Apparently there's only 10 to 12% of us in the world are left-handed. And we're supposed to be smarter than right-handed people, but more prone to injury, which is really funny. It's not really funny, but the world's set up for right-handers, so we're always struggling to cope because everything's around the wrong way for us. And yeah, we tend to end up being a bit ambidextrous, like with the scissors, because you know, you learn, people teach you who are right-handed, so you just have to adjust, and that might be why they say that we're more intelligent, because we have to use kind of both sides of our brain a bit more. And the other good thing about that is if left-handed people have a stroke, they're less likely to lose language because there's more connections between the left and right hemispheres. Isn't that exciting? Okay, tips for the day. So this quickly, and you can adjust this a bit more. Like I like to do it kind of smooth lines, so I've got some little bits there that I would smooth out, but you can see how I think beautiful these pieces end up being, because you get so many patterns and things in your form that you've cut out. The other thing that you'll notice, and I've cut some other ones out, I won't put you through that again, is I like the colours to pop. So doing you know, complementary colours makes them really jump off the page. But if you look, so you get, you know, really different effects depending on what colours you use, and that's, you know, entirely up to you. So I quite like that one actually, so I might use that in there. And then one I made earlier was this little girly, and I've cut a face out of a magazine, and I've given her different lips and, you know, drawn her face so she's not recognizable. And I like how you can kind of create a bit of depth too, because see how this piece is, rather than just sticking everything on top of everything else, you can have her either behind or you can stick that in front, so it's got a bit more dimension. And I made little shoes too, just a magazine. Cut some little shoes for her. It's like those little paper dolls that used to be around. Probably still around. My daughter had them. She's only 10. I'm not going to try and glue all this down because that would be really tedious, and I'm a bit unco at the moment. See, that's another situation. See, we can just put the little hand in front. Just gives better depth. And I've given her a little dress. And this was from a wrapping paper, you know, one of those little gift bag things. And then I've also cut some little raindrops, and all these bits that I'm putting on, apart from those bits that I mentioned, are just from the papers that we've made. So it's really infinite, the options that you can get. And it's all your own. I really like that. And it's quite low tech too, which I also like. And you can use every little skerrick. My poor family, I've got pieces of paper everywhere. The light's blue in my studio, so I've taken over the dining room table. I've got to get them fixed. But anyway, this is very difficult, but you're getting the idea. So I will stick all these pieces down. Here's another little tree. So you can really play around and get a good idea of what you want and then stick it down. I like that too. So it's not set in stone until you've got it where you want it, you know, and then you can glue them down. Let's pop that one out of the way. Yeah, so that's one basic setup, and I can show you quickly something else that I'm just playing around with is this one, and I've used more of the standard collage in this, which I don't do very often, so I'm not sure. Like this piece obviously is cut out of one of the papers, but then I've got all these little bits and pieces, and I'm making buildings down the bottom here. And her hat, I liked her hat. It's a teapot and a clock and a bit of a wine bottle. And she's going to have wings too, which are some sort of dress. And what else have I got here? Oh, that's another one. I think in another video I'll show, you know, sometimes I do the drawing as well. And yeah, I really like that effect too. This has worked really well, the printing on the paper and then cutting out the pieces. I'm into clouds and raindrops. Maybe because it's starting to rain outside. So I hope that gives you an idea. And I think too, this allows you much more than the collagey stuff. It really allows you to find your own flow and to create your own unique symbols and things that will pop up repeatedly in your designs. And yeah, I like that aspect of it, that it really becomes about your creativity, whereas you know, something like this is a little bit more restrictive, and you've got to alter it for copyright reasons, I guess, if nothing else, to make it look a bit more interesting. You know, it is what it is, whereas these are your interpretations of plants. And so I will glue all these down, and then my next video I'll start to draw and embellish the page more to make things sort of stand out. And yeah, I nearly forgot to mention again, hopefully you find my videos inspiring, and if you do, please drop me a line and, you know, tell me what you'd like to see more of, or how it's helped if it has, and yeah, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the upcoming ones. And if you like my work, you can see more of it on my Etsy store, which is Drawn to It Designs, or you can check out my website too, which is www.emeljurd.com. So yeah, have a look at what I do, a bit more of what I do, and I hope that this has been inspiring for you, and that you start creating your own bits and pieces, or if you're already doing it, that it helps branch you off in, you know, another exciting direction. Have a great week, and I will see you again next week. Bye.